All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Belligerent Bastards podcast. I am Cooper Lynn, and I am here with my three co-hosts, Trevor.
Hello.
Aidan.
What's good?
And Mr. Hanselman, Logan.
Why'd you have to bring my last name into this?
Why'd you have to put bro's government name, dog?
Because he's a gentleman.
Logan Hanselman. So, yes, I had to. So, today on this episode, we are talking horror movies. Yes, one of my favorite genres of film, though I'm a film major. I like all genres, but I'm very excited to talk about this. How are you guys feeling about this one today?
Feeling pretty damn good. Pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good. Cooper, you haven't been on in a second. What I like to kind of do first is just ask how everybody's doing. Anything new? Just something brief.
I've had a lot. I can plow through it pretty quick, though. So the reason I haven't been on is because this semester has been a lot. We went through thesis, and then we had to move out, and then I had a trip planned, and then that got canceled, so I was stuck in Florida for a few days. But during those days, I didn't really have a lot of internet access outside of my laptop because my phone died. I'm going to write a feature for my senior year, hopefully.
Nice.
I went to the new Universal Park. I'm a big coaster buff, so we went there. Stardust Racers was incredible. Same with the Monsters ride. We celebrated my friend's 21st. And right now, I am looking at some bartending jobs. Might go get some shifts at the country club. I am hopefully going to knock my bucket list coaster off of my list in the next couple weeks, which I'm very excited about. And then the big thing, which did I tell you guys about my big thing that happened recently?
No, I don't recall.
I am going to a conference in New York to meet industry leaders. And
Oh, shit.
Yeah, with people working in games, film, amusement parks, animation, all of that.
Holy
so I'm
shit.
going to meet industry leaders down there, make some connections, hopefully get some business cards. So I am very excited about that. But I won't be gone too long, only 3 days.
Dude, send some pictures down there, man.
I
Oh,
will.
hell yeah.
I
Get
also
some autographs.
I also got a scholarship, so instead of it costing $150 to $200, it was only $10. So yeah,
$10?
Yep, $10.
I would... Yeah, dude, when you're down there, so you're going to, Manhattan, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Manhattan.
Visit the Nintendo store.
I have been to the Nintendo store.
I know, but it's so fucking cool. I love it.
It's Super Nintendo World, actually. Epic Universe. That was there.
I love New York City, man. I would definitely 100% go back.
I'll send you guys pictures for sure. I'll see if there's anyone I know. Maybe do a little name drop for you guys. But yeah, how's everyone else doing?
Pretty good.
I'm doing good. I guess I'll go next real quick. I'll be quick. So do you guys want the good news or bad news first?
I'll get the bad news out of the way.
Okay. So, you guys already know ahead of time since I texted each and every one of you, but sadly my dog Michonne has passed away.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, I'm still kind of processing it and kind of in this weird limbo state where for a minute I kind of forget that she's gone and then just look around the house and she's not there.
Yeah.
That happened to me when my guinea pig died. It was really rough. I'm gonna miss Michonne. She was really sweet. I always liked seeing her at the house.
Yeah, she was always nice. So it turns out she had bone cancer, and we already had removed a tumor 6 months ago, and so that kind of gave her a bit of life left, and then it was just to a point where we can't really, there's not much we can do. She's an old dog. She's 13 and she is reaching to her end of her life. Her organs are shutting down.
Yeah.
And then we just had to put her down, and it was kind of sad, but you know what? She had a peaceful life to the very end.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's really all that matters, right?
Yeah. And you know what? Michonne wouldn't want me to mope around and be depressed. She would want me to keep doing what I was doing, even though she is a pet. But you understand what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, but the good news is...
Yeah, the good news.
I recently threw a party.
Nice.
Nice.
So I threw a party, and I
With
had...
blackjack and hookers?
Hopefully. I have a story about some hookers from Miami. I'll tell on another.
Oh,
Oh, God.
You guys know what I'm talking
Cooper.
Cooper,
You know what I'm
Do you
talking
need to go
about.
get tested?
No, you guys remember the club story.
God. Okay, well, anyways, I'm gonna make it quick. Yeah, so I invited, two other people from my college, and...
Okay.
And I also invited my homie Alex over.
Okay.
Away.
So we just kind of, like I had a charcuterie board, I had like tiki torches outside, I had the TV on back by the pool. Yeah, it was really cool. Everybody loved it, and like I gave a tour of my house and everything went really smoothly. And then, it was just me and Alex. I was gonna spend the night. And he looks at me, he's like, Trevor, you want to light this joint? I'm like, fuck yeah! We're back on my fire, and we both have like half a joint each, and we go inside, and then we go back in the house, and we go downstairs in the basement. I get everything set up. I have like a bowl of chips, and then we just put on Kill Tony, and then we fall asleep.
That's hype. That's a great way to end the night. My friend recently took an 1,000 milligram edible and
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ! Is he still alive?
he was.
Bro, I couldn't even handle 25, let alone 1,000.
I've done 100 and it's rough. But
I mean, this one time
1,000?
I ate 3/4 of a 250 milligram.
he was MIA for like 3 days straight.
What the fuck?
Oh,
And you know
no.
what? He was sleeping for 2 of them.
No, he slept only like 6 hours one day.
Oh my god!
Wait,
Going on
wait.
camping trips and shit.
What was he
Bro,
doing?
that's how- I'm surprised his heart didn't fucking stop.
He's
right?
like every day. I don't know how he's not dead, but well.
Oh my god.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's
I
crazy.
remember I went over to my dad's house and my stepmom was just like, "Hey, you want an edible?" And I was just like, "Fuck yeah!" And so she brings back a cookie. So my dad makes really good cookies, and they found a way to make those really good cookies into edibles. And so that's just a win-win for the family. And it's really good. And I'm sitting there and I'm like 3/4 of the way into this cookie. My dad's taking a sip of his bourbon. He looks over to me and just goes, "You know, you probably should have only eaten like 1/4 of that, right?" And I'm just like, "What?" And so,
God, I'm gonna die. Am I gonna die?
am I okay? Am I chill? It's just like, "You're fine. You're just gonna be like fucked up." No, thanks. That's really reassuring.
I don't want to be
And,
fucked up.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. But I got really fucked up really fast and then slept for 13 hours.
Holy
Whoa.
shit.
That must have felt nice.
Oh, I woke up and my family was like, "He's alive!"
Dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's basically my story. And oh yeah, also I'm getting on I made myself a what is it called? Backstage account? Yeah, I made a Backstage account.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. My dad's been making money. I think he's been trying to get that going for me.
Yeah, so I'm like looking for voice acting jobs.
Yes,
'Cause
sir.
I really-
Yes,
'cause I-
sir.
Nice.
I want to get myself in the business. So I found one that like takes place in like 18 it's like so it's 18 like the 18th century London or like
Mhm.
or like British or like Britain, like somewhere around there.
Victorian.
Yes, I kind of read it briefly. It's kind of like a Sherlock Holmes kind of thing, but with dogs.
So it's like the Order 1886 time period one.
Similar.
That game's
Yeah,
great.
so there's like some that have like so I have to get, there's one that have like British accents, one's like South African / American. I'm gonna try to go for the American ones, but I think I can do a little British, but like I don't think I'm gonna land the role, but like I can try. Like, watch this. Well, I suppose I can have a cup of tea if you really want me to.
Nice. My teeth
But that was absolutely rubbish, mate. I'm just kidding.
No, but I mean, I can like I don't know. It's just like it's kind of hard because when you have an American accent, it's kind of
Yeah.
it kind of leans towards Australian a little bit.
British
Or like a
people can do
Midwest
American
Ohio
accents
accent.
way better than American people can do British accents.
I don't know how the fuck that works though. I mean, look at Tom Holland.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. Our accents came from British accents.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Americans.
That's just we got here that way. That's just how it worked out.
Tom Holland sound like a fucking hick and devil all the time.
Cause he was doing a voice. Cause he's a
Yeah,
good
he-
actor.
I'm not gonna lie, he was great in that movie, but he's like, I'm gonna go and help my sister from the preacher. He's like a pedophile or something.
I mean, you gotta cut him some slack. I mean, he's trying.
Oh, it's a great movie. I love that movie. He's great in it.
All right, I'm sorry. My small tech was a bit long.
Nah, you good, you good,
You
dog.
good.
It's,
You're
it's,
good, you're good.
it's recent news. It is what is happening in your life. As for my life, work. It's all been work. It's this goddamn gas station or my house. Very little in between. However, I did see Thunderbolts. Or,
I still gotta
because
see
the
that.
spoiler window has been lifted, The New Avengers. Peak film, by the way.
I heard it was good. I heard it was very good.
Good
I didn't
ass
see
movie.
Thunderbolts. Please don't spoil it.
I'm
Or I
not
can
saying anything more than that.
I heard
Yeah.
it's one of the best Marvel.
Because Marvel's already telling everyone anyway.
No, I mean I kind of like sort of know what happens, but like it's just like I don't
Well,
want
I'm not gonna go into like any spoilers or any events of the movie, but it's really good. It's really good movie, and honestly, this should be the gold standard going forward. And I'm really excited for Fantastic.
Ooh, yeah. No, so am I. It's been a lot of like Marvel like and it's been like this for years. Like I get a couple years now where it's just like after Endgame it was hit
Slop.
miss, hit miss, hit miss, hit miss. It's just like
Guardians
I
3
get
was
you. I
great.
get it.
that's what I mean.
I have hope. Then again, I've also been an MCU loyalist since I realized that the MCU was a thing. So,
Yeah.
but ooh, there was this funny story from work though. So I was doing a second shift job, so that would be 2 to 10, and I was running drive-through, and I was just talking to my coworker, and we were just, shooting the shit, whatever. There was nothing to do. All the coolers were stocked. We were good. We were just talking. And all of a sudden, I hear water running, and I think, oh, it's probably just like the coffee machine or one of the Polar Pop machines, doing whatever. And then I look down, and it's just pouring from the counter. It just keeps coming. It's still going, and
Oh,
it's just it just starts.
What is
like,
this
pouring
mysterious
all over the
liquid?
floor.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
water. It's all
Oh,
water.
it's just water?
Purely
Okay.
water.
I thought like I thought like the slushy machine went and it's just like I don't know.
We
it's-
don't have a slushy machine.
Nerd.
What kind of gas station don't got no goddamn slushy machine?
The one that also doesn't have a public restroom.
Well, that
Which,
makes sense.
let me tell you, the amount of people who are either super chill or weirdly belligerent about the fact that we don't have a public restroom is insane. I had this one guy asking, hey, do you guys have a restroom? I was like, no, we don't, sorry. It's like, well, you gotta shit somewhere. It's like, yeah, but she's not allowed in there, dog. Like, that's the staff restroom. Anyway, so yeah, there was kind of like this great flooding because it just kept going. Like, no, it wouldn't stop.
But
And
like
we
where did it
couldn't-
come from?
The coffee machine.
It came
just
from the
started-
coffee machine? Okay.
It was just pouring out of the side, like on the bottom, like the connection point of the side and the bottom plates. Like it was just pouring out of that from like 6 different points, and we were just like, "What do we do? What the hell do we do?" And so, yeah, I made a few. We've recently installed a pool jokes to make light of the situation, and we haven't been able to use that coffee machine since.
It's alright, guys. I got a mop.
We did mop, actually. It didn't do much. It just kind of pushed the water around. But yeah, that's been my life. Work and home.
Nice.
It's nice.
Logan,
All
small
right,
talk.
Logan. You haven't spoken yet. Go ahead.
Well, for me, I got nothing. Honestly, really nothing's changed since we last spoke. Still at work. I'm being serious. I got nothing. I got a bag of chips though. Here,
Hell yeah.
let me do
Hey,
some
listen.
ASMR real quick. Hold on. Let me just
Fuck me.
Yeah. That was a good one.
This is gonna trigger some people.
Yeah,
not-
in either
me
good
in
or
all the
bad
right
ways.
ways.
No, because I know people who I mean, not me, but like I know people who have like got like a fucking pet peeve when they hear people chewing.
Oh, I thought you
He's still going.
And what kind of chips are they? Are they Lay's? Lay's classic?
Lay's wavy.
Ooh, wavy Lay's.
Wavy Lays. I have some great value wavy potato chips.
Ooh.
So
I
it's
just
the
have-
same thing, but store brand.
I just have a pack of nicotine next to me.
That's alright.
Cooper, I thought you quit.
I go through 3 packs of Zins a week now. It's bad, but
He
I'm gonna
said he was trying.
yeah. And then
He
I
never said he was succeeding.
bounce between cigarettes when I get bored of the Zins. It's like nonstop.
Cooper,
Dog.
buddy, we talked about
Cooper,
this.
you got a crippling nicotine addiction. You gotta stop, man.
It's
Hey,
bad.
actual thing that my dad did to help him quit cigarettes, Dum Dums. Worked like
Really?
a charm. Yeah. It's for some reason. I think
Probably-
it's because it's just because you got something cigarette-esque in your mouth. and
It's like an oral sensation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pause.
An oral
Bro.
sensation.
I mean, that's the technical scientific term for it.
Yes,
so
it is.
we're dirty-minded, Logan.
What? I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm literally dating a man, so like I don't know.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
But yeah. Anyways, let's get into it, shall we?
Let's get into it. Let's go.
All right, yeah. So yeah, okay. So I'm sure you guys all noticed the ominous floating spinner on your
Yes.
screen.
A lot of
Yes.
famous movies on it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I believe you're referring to us and not the listeners.
Oh, well, yes, and actually, you know what? I actually could put this on for YouTube. I can like have it, have the screen share on YouTube.
Yeah, we can make it work. We can make it work.
Or I can try, or if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Sorry, YouTube, but
We'll do our best.
we'll do our best. All right, so I am going to click the spin, and we're going to see what we got first.
So
Alright.
we have I believe 14 titles on here.
14, I think. Yeah.
A shitload. All right, let's see.
Oh.
Cooper, it's your time to shine, baby boy.
Okay, so for the audio listeners, we have Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
And for the folks at home, Cooper is a huge fan of the Resident Evil series, but he despises this movie.
Oh, so Trevor picked this. Trevor, have you seen it?
No.
Of course not. All right, let's just get into it right off the bat. So I've been a fan of these fucking games since I was a kid. They were actually like one of the things that kept me from like going nuts early on in high school. They helped me through a lot of hard times. The remake of the first Resident Evil on the GameCube is my all-time favorite game. And so, a movie came out and they were adapting it along with Resident Evil 2. And I was like, okay, this should be pretty interesting. Before I continue, am I the only one here who has seen this?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, are you kidding me? So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to give this a chance despite all the reviews being like, no, don't. But me being a film major, I'm like, fuck the reviews, I'll watch it. Big red flag number one. There's a lot to go over here, but for time's sake, I'll condense it. They tried to cram 2 games into a 90-minute film, which causes a ton of pacing issues. It's not scary as a horror film. It's badly shot. It's badly lit. It's boring. The acting outside of Neil McDonough, who is great in it, as William Birkin, and Robbie Amell, I forget his name, as Chris. Those are the only 2 good performances. Everyone else blew ass.
Tell him, Cooper.
Let's see what else is there to go on with this. There is a few positives. When I watched it, I gave it a 3.5 or a 4 out of 10. But I'd probably bump it to like a 3 now. It's so frustrating, man, this movie is, because they had potential, and they just blew it. The sets look so good. They look so good.
I thought you said the sex looks so good. I'm like,
No,
what? They have sex scenes in there?
If they had a
Jill?
a sex scene would not save this movie, and that's coming from my mouth.
Yeah.
But the set design, the makeup, it looks so good, but it's so lit and edited to shit, you can't fucking appreciate any of it. And on top of that, they just do everything wrong with adapting a game. Like, look, obviously, I'm a film student. I love movies. I've seen thousands of them. So when it comes to adaptations, even of a franchise that I love, I go in knowing, okay, you can't cram all of this in there. You're adapting 2 12-hour games into one movie. There's got to be stuff cut, right? But they fuck up the timeline really badly, and they put references in there that only Resident Evil fans will understand, but the references are so on the nose and make no sense in the context of a movie. Like, for example, in the games, you have to fight, in the first game, the remake of 1, you have to fight a giant snake called Yawn, and then there's a giant shark called Neptune, right? Now, they didn't have those in the movie, which I don't know why you wouldn't add Yawn in the movie. That's like one of the most iconic fights, but whatever. This is Raccoon City we're talking about.
So, Cooper, I think we should have like a time limit because like we got like a lot of other things on the list.
This is my last point. This is my
Okay,
last, don't worry.
Next time I should how long should the time limit be, guys? I'm trying to
Like
figure
3 minutes.
Like 3 minutes? Okay, I'll do that for next time. Okay.
But they have a part where instead of showing these creatures, it's just people at a bar and they literally are like, would you fight a giant snake or a giant shark? Look, if that sounds appealing to you, go watch it.
That is so lame.
If you want to go and watch it for laughing at it, you're going to feel sad. Well, last thing I will say, I gave this disc. A certain someone in this chat bought this movie for me as a gag gift. I gave it to my friend, and he still has yet to watch it, and I don't think he ever will. So yeah, This movie is one of my least favorite movies of all time, and fuck you, Trevor, for choosing this to get me mad, because now I'm pissed off.
I love you too, buddy.
Yep. All right, onward.
So, okay, now we're gonna move on to the next thing on the wheel. I'm surprised that was golden. How that was the first one that popped
yeah,
up.
Well, I hope you
What
guys
are the
enjoyed
odds?
every second of me talking.
I was hoping that was like near the end.
Did, buddy. We did. We enjoyed
Yep.
every moment of it.
I enjoyed it.
He just kept
There we go.
going.
Let's get going on the
Dude,
next.
this is like the first episode that you're like officially back. We had to bully you.
Yeah, second episode with all 4 bastards, and it's episode 5.
In my defense, I had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, no, you have valid excuses. I'm just busting your balls.
Yeah, no, we have lives to live. I mean, we had like the 3-week hiatus because I had finals and I couldn't edit.
Yeah.
Let's see what's next.
Okay, let's spin the wheel.
All right, let's see.
Ooh.
All right.
All right. So we have Logan's option, Sinners.
All right. Okay, so where's
Oh no, that's Cooper's option. My bad. This is Cooper.
Well, Logan and I have both seen this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I have them color coded. So
Oh yeah.
I'm blue. Cooper is orange. Logan is purple, and
I'm green.
Aiden is green.
I will go over my thoughts first very briefly because I know Logan and I have very different opinions on this movie.
We do.
Okay, 3-minute timer starts now.
All right, I like Sinners. I don't love it though. I think the production design and the cinematography are gorgeous. I think the acting's terrific. I think the way they go about racism is really, really smart. I like how they weave it into the time period. There's a big spoiler, I'm not going to say it, but there is a big moment involving the KKK towards the ends of the movie where a lot of people in the KKK get fucked up, and it's like one of the most fuck yeah moments I've seen in a movie recently, but Jesus Christ, is this movie too long. This movie...
I'm sorry, Logan. Was this the one about the vampires? Was this the vampire one?
Yeah.
Oh, vampires, yeah.
With Michael B. Jordan. Ryan Coogler did this. It's way too long. The middle section of this movie is a chore to get through. I think the pacing is horrible in that section. I think the pacing in the opening's pretty bad too. It takes too long to get to its point, and unfortunately, it really bumped the film down for me. I like most of it, but I think the pacing just kind of killed it in a lot of moments. And I left the movie going, I like that, but I was disappointed overall. So yeah. Logan?
All right. So I love the movie. I thought it was really good. I definitely agree with you saying that the editing definitely could have been tighter, could have been a little shorter, or the pacing definitely could have been, a little more snappy with it. But, it's fine. It's whatever. But I really did love this movie. I loved how they incorporated music into the plot. Mainly, blues music because, I fuck with blues music and whatnot. And I thought that was really cool. And the way that they shot some of the scenes, like, that one take scene, Cooper, you know the one. You know the exact one I'm talking about.
The ancestor thingy?
Yeah. That was cool as fuck, man. Like, I just sat there, like, after that one take finished, and I was like, wow, dude.
The only thing that I know about Sinners is that there's one scene of a naked woman riding a horse, and that was a sequence.
That's Nosferatu.
Oh, that was Nosferatu?
Yeah.
Shit, okay, well, that's my bad.
Different vampire movie.
My wires got crossed.
Did you watch it? Yeah.
No, I've heard about. No, I should. You guys talked about it in high regard.
Yeah. He also got me a copy of it for my birthday.
We should put Wait, is Nosferatu on the wheel?
No.
Yeah,
If we ever do a part 2, we can throw it on the wheel.
we should do half now and then do a part 2 so we could talk about them more.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
I agree. So how many do we have on the wheel? 14.
Yeah.
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 And then we could throw in a few new bonus ones for the next.
So we can have. Okay. So we'll do 7 spins.
Okay.
Cool.
So
That sounds good.
this was our second spin. So we'll do we'll do some more. All right, let's spin the wheel.
All right. What's next?
We got Nope, and this was Aiden's option.
Yes. This is the only Jordan Peele movie I have sat and watched, and it is really good. I really like this movie. I think it's a cool just blend of styles, and I think it's really neat. I think everyone's really good in it. I think that has everyone seen this movie?
I actually have not.
I've seen the trailer. It's
Okay.
like so if I remember correctly, is it like we're like a group of like a family goes into like this, like I don't know, this place, this house, and then they're fighting their like doppelgangers.
That's us.
No, that's us.
Us. Fuck, man. Okay, this is not my episode to shine, guys. I'm really sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Nope is about an alien UFO creature thing that shows up in, I believe, like Montana or something, and harasses some horse farmers, and they end up, killing it. But it's a really good movie, and Steven Yeun's in it, of The Walking Dead and Invincible fame.
Cecil! I need you, Cecil!
Oh God.
Sorry.
Mark, this is good news. All right.
Bees.
We can be bees. God, my friend group has been addicted to that joke lately. But it's really good. There's a scene where we actually get to see, like, the inside of Jean Jacket, the alien, as it's, like, digesting things. And
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
it is terrifying because it's just people getting, like, compressed. That's it. That's all it is. It's just people screaming their fucking heads off as they're just crushed. That's all it is. That's the entire sequence. And it's terrifying.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
Hell of a good movie. And to top it all off, there's an Akira slide.
Ooh.
Yes, there is. Yeah, yeah.
There's an Akira
I know exactly
slide.
what shot you're talking about.
Hell yeah.
all right, so hang on, how much time do we have? Okay, we have 20 seconds. Any last thoughts? Banger?
Never
All
seen
right.
it.
All right,
Personally, in my humble opinion, his best movie. But then again, I've only ever seen the one, so I
I was
wouldn't
about
really
to say.
So let's remove that from the
Sinners
wheel.
is still on there.
know. Sinners is still... I guess we'll get to talk about it again. I'm just
No.
What you mean, no?
Boom. It's gone.
All right.
So wait, hang on. So that was
3.
That was
three?
three.
Okay, so we're on 4.
4 more.
Okay, so we're on 4. Okay.
And we're
this is
only
our-
halfway through the episode. We're good. We're chill.
God damn. Okay, well, let's
Spin
give
that
it-
shit.
I might have to extend the time maybe, or are we good on 3 minutes?
3 minutes, and I feel like if we are not at an hour by the time we're done, we could just do another.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like we can do
We'll
notes for
feel
all
it
three.
out. We'll feel it out.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Yeah, yeah.
we got this. Okay. Time for spin. Damn, the dogs are barking.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're fine.
Oh.
Bam Stoker's Dracula. Cooper's pick.
So, Logan, you've seen this, right?
I have, yes.
So I will say my thoughts first and then yours, because I'm going to go quick on this, because I have nothing but good things to say. I've seen thousands of movies, and this is in my top 10 of all time. Some of the best sets ever created for film, some of the best practicals, the best depiction of Dracula by Gary Oldman. The cinematography is great. The soundtrack is gorgeous. The costumes are immaculate. It really gets you invested in these characters, and it mixes genres of romance, gothic horror, vampire horror, and also just drama really well. Francis Ford Coppola did this of The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, and this is my favorite. This is my favorite film of his. I own the film on 4K, and me and my friend tested it out. It's a remaster, and it's stunning. This is a really great film. I'm just going to leave it at that for now, because it's one of those movies that I know a lot of film majors have seen, and a lot of people who grew up in the 90s have seen, but I don't know if a lot of people from our generation have seen it. And I'm just going to keep it at that, because I think going into this blind is the best way to go about it. It's, in my mind, it is the definition of a perfect film, and I cannot recommend it enough. I love this movie.
Nice.
All right, Logan.
All right, as for me, pretty much the same as Cooper. I think it's a really great movie. One of the best depictions of Dracula we've seen yet. But one of the best official ones, that is. It does a really good job of staying true to the original Dracula story. And one of the main things that's really stuck with me is, well, for one, Keanu Reeves' British accent is fucking terrible.
Yeah, I saw Keanu Reeves is in this movie.
Oh, Keanu Reeves is in this?
Yeah. He
Anthony
plays
Hopkins is in this movie. Winona
Okay,
Ryder is in this movie.
Yeah,
You
the
know
cast is
what?
fucking stacked, yeah.
I should start for a horror movie I haven't seen. I'm just gonna type it in, and then you guys keep talking, and then I can figure it out.
But yeah. But yeah, and the one thing that's really stuck with me, like the one shot, Cooper, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. You know the one shot with the journal and the train is kind of moving along?
The eyes?
And it's casting a shadow on that journal?
Yes.
Yeah, I fucking love that shot.
It's great. It's great. So good. So good. All the shadows were practical in this film, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, I looked it up after I saw the movie and I was like, how the fuck did they do that?
Not a single use of CGI in this movie.
Yeah, that's really impressive, especially for a film like that.
Billy Campbell was in this? Yeah, he played Quincy Morris, it looks like.
Yeah, I really got nothing else to say because I would just be repeating the same stuff Cooper said.
Holy shit, he is in this. But yeah, I have nothing else to say. I think he's going blind. Yep, there he is. He plays.
Yeah, that was my timer.
Yeah, great movie.
All right, good deal. Remove
All right.
it from the wheel. All
Run
right.
it back. Run it.
Run that fucking shit back. Spinning. Ooh.
Yes!
Wait, no. Fuck. Okay. I thought it was gonna be.
All right.
I thought it was gonna be me, but this is Logan's pick. Evil Dead 2.
All right. So, God, man, just this whole series, I fucking love it. But I'll just stick to this movie specifically. So, Evil Dead 2, it's by Sam Raimi of Spider-Man fame. You know, Bruce Campbell's in it as Ash Williams. You know, guy with the chainsaw hand. Yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
I actually know this movie. Oh my god.
Good. So you know
The
what I'm
first
on
movie
about.
I know on this wheel.
Good. So basically, it's basically a B movie about this group in a cabin in the woods fighting this evil spirits and shit. That's basically all it is, but like, it's a lot of fun. It's real bloody, real violent, cheesy. It's just fucking pardon the pun here, but groovy.
The first Evil Dead's so much fun too.
So, from what I remember, is that this movie has it has Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell's the main guy, and he has a chainsaw for a hand.
Yep. So the deal with that is that his hand gets possessed by a deadite, and he has to chop it off, and then he replaces it with a chainsaw.
Dude, that's fucking hard. And then he also has like a Necronomicon of some sort.
Yeah, so that's what summons the spirits is reading off of the Necronomicon. They read off the words from that, and that's what summons the evil in the first place. So
That's
basically,
also his anti-object in Poker Night 2.
Yeah, but basically, reading off the Necronomicon, shit you're not supposed to do, but they do it anyways because it's a horror movie, and people do stupid stuff in horror movies.
I mean, if people actually are actually rational in horror movies and actually think, then we wouldn't have horror movies. Let's be honest here.
That's true.
That's very true.
But it's a great movie. I love it. I love the whole franchise as a whole. It's just a lot of fun, man. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, no, okay, for me, yeah, I have not fully seen the movie, but I know what it's about because Logan, you've mentioned this movie many of times.
Damn right I have.
And honestly, I actually might give it a watch just because of how high praise you give it, and like the
Please
whole
do.
the whole chainsaw hand and the whole possession of the hand thing, like that sold me.
Right? Yeah.
That sold me.
Ranged for the rest of the movie as well. Like, it's great.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're pretty much. I forgot to set the timer on that, but yeah, I think all my thoughts are out. What about you guys?
I like the first one. I love the first one. I'm not a huge Sam Raimi fan, so I haven't seen the rest, but I love the first one.
I like Spider-Man.
I just haven't gotten into it.
I remember seeing it when I was like 7 and remember very little about it.
Dog, you
because
were
I
way
was
too young
7.
to watch that fucking movie.
It was just on.
Bro.
All right, I'm removing it from the wheel.
All right.
Okay, so I think we're on number 6.
Yeah.
Spin 6.
Yep. Oh, we'll
Yes.
definitely do more than.
We'll probably do more. You know what? I'm gonna stop counting the spins. We're just gonna keep going.
Yeah,
Well, also we could see
Well, yeah.
up on the corner there.
How many 5 results? Duh. I didn't see that. Okay. Okay, spin.
What's next? All right, Aiden, buddy, you're up.
Aiden, you're up.
Okay.
Okay, Aiden's pick, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
This movie is bad. I love it so much.
Tell us more.
So, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't remember. Hang on. Let me make sure I'm accurate here.
I'm gonna have to Google it too.
I know of this movie, but I haven't seen of it. I know it's one of like the greatest, so bad it's good movie of all time, but I haven't seen it.
It is definitely up there.
Dude,
It
even
came
the
out in 1988, and it is a slasher movie about these weirdo alien clowns who kill you in comedic ways.
Oh my god.
Hell
No, I'm like
yeah.
looking at the movie poster for this thing. Like this is definitely like a late 80s film.
Yeah. The main theme for the movie, I shit you not, is an electric guitar doing the and then it like, actually goes into an actual theme, and I'm like, God, this is bad.
God, that is great.
I haven't seen this movie, but tell me if I'm accurate. Does one of the clowns like squirt its flower and be like, "Here, smell the roses," and then they squirt the flower, and then it's like actually acid?
I'm pretty sure. I don't remember.
I mean, no,
A lot
you know
of the
how like
movie blurs together, but
yeah, I don't know, like you know
because
that
I
like
was also stoned as shit when I was watching it.
yeah, because I remember that classic clown trick where you like where like they here smell my flower, and then like it's
Yeah.
and then it's water.
Or it's a face hugger.
Oh, how did that get in there? Yeah.
I wish they had wine in hell.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do a Chuckles.
Anyway, but yeah, this movie is just goofy as all hell. One of the main characters is a police officer, and I just think it's great that we finally get a horror movie where one of the main characters is an actual member of the law enforcement who survives till the end and believes that the shit is happening. Because that doesn't happen very often in movies.
Only one I could think of is
Yeah, likely story, kid.
Exactly! That's what I'm saying! Like, holy shit, he actually believes them! Of course he didn't at first, obviously. What the fuck are you talking about? Clowns in the forest kidnapping people? That's crazy.
The from outer space?
And they're from, get this, outer space? Killer clowns from outer space! Get out of here!
I like how the cop is New Yorker accent. We did.
Yeah, just because no, he's not actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great movie. It's super goofy, super silly. Highly recommend watching it like when you're bored one night.
All right. Okay. Removing it from the wheel. Okay. Here we go. Another spin. Bro, it needs to land on me again, dog. Come on. Fuck!
It's me again.
Oh yeah, Aiden's pick. Seed of Chucky.
Seed of Chucky is, in my opinion, the worst Chucky movie. Though the 2019 one was kind of weird. But it's crazy. Let me tell you, I thought the baby it's all rubber scene was weird. Let me tell you.
The what?
Okay, so that was from Bride of Chucky when
Jesus
Chucky.
fucking yeah, this movie's horrible. I'm like looking. It's got like 37% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's got a 4.9 on IMDb.
Yeah, so essentially, there's this random, also possessed doll that believes they are the actual child of Chucky because they both have the Made in China mark on their plastic. That is the actual connection point that one of our protagonists makes to like think, oh, I must be his kid. We have the same birthmark or whatever. No, this is what I'm talking about. And then, like, they make the character very, like, non-binary in, like very gender fluid in presentation. Apparently, it's because there's two souls in there or something. The, like, relatively, like, chill and more primary soul of the dude, but then there's this actually insane little girl in his head as well. It gets confusing. It's been a couple years since I've seen this movie, but
Yeah, this movie came out in like 2004.
yeah, it's rough. But
Yeah, like yeah.
there is a scene where Chucky, well, he sharpens his knife.
Oh,
Oh,
like
nah, dude.
he like he like
Like
stabs
stroking the one-eyed snake.
Yeah, like he pulled his pork, dog.
Oh no.
God.
That must have been horrifying to see. No wonder it's a horror movie.
There's this really weird ass scene in where the female Chucky character, whose name I don't remember, just disembowels a dude.
Ooh.
One
And
does.
he's just sitting there, and she just like disembowels him, and he's just like sitting there still, just dead. And she just is like, well, anyway. God, that movie's, it's just bad. It's not good.
Man, just talking about this is making me queasy. All right. Okay, so the time's up on that. I'm removing from the wheel. Okay.
Good, I could never talk about this goddamn movie ever again.
Okay, Aiden's options are out. Let's spin again. Yeah, does it have the noise for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
There we are.
Logan, let me say a few words when you're done.
Absolutely
Logan's
perfect.
option, The Thing.
Such a good movie.
All right.
Cooper, you go first, bro.
Dude, I'll make it quick again, but this might be my favorite horror film ever made. Everything works. The writing's great. It has like themes about paranoia. You can link it to like almost like the Cold War with how they wrote it. And the practicals are groundbreaking. The best practicals put the film. Cinematography's great. Acting's great. Writing's great. It's a 10. It's a perfect film. The Arctic atmosphere in this is great, dude. The defibrillator scene is probably my favorite scene in a horror film. That scene flips you the fuck out. I remember watching this as a kid, and most people would be traumatized, and I remember just being in awe at this. This film is incredible. It's
And
one
you
of
were
my
a fucked up kid, bro.
It's actually highly regarded.
Practical effects.
85 on Rotten Tomatoes and 8.2 on IMDb.
I'll leave it at that. Another film you should go into surprise. Amazing movie. One of my all-time favorites.
All right. Good shit. But yeah, all right. So this is my pick, and like Cooper said, this is also easily, without a doubt, my favorite horror movie of all time. I will take every opportunity I can to glaze the fuck out of this movie.
Was I the one who got you to watch this?
I believe you were, yes. But yeah, so yeah, Cooper, I'm 90% sure got me to watch this, and yeah, so basically, it's a great movie. It makes you feel really paranoid along with the rest of the characters, which is really good, really immersive and shit. The practical effects still they still hold up after like 40 years, which is really fucking impressive if you ask me. And at this point, I made it a tradition to watch it every Halloween, because, why not? It's a great fucking movie, and, one of the greatest horror movies of all time.
Watched this movie so many times.
Good, as you should. Like, shit, I already want to rewatch it, but then again, I'm just like, wait till Halloween, bro. Hold out.
I can't watch it right now. I own it on Blu-ray, and it's in a storage unit somewhere in fucking Florida.
I gotta get it on Blu-ray at some point.
There's also a sequel called The Prince of Darkness.
It's like not really, it's like an unofficial trilogy John Carpenter did.
Okay.
But yeah, The Thing, it's a fucking masterpiece, bro, and that's not really a word I throw around that often. Like, it's a fucking masterpiece, and like the Martin Scorsese meme, absolute cinema.
It is absolute cinema, I agree.
Motherfucking masterpiece.
For real. But yeah, that's all I got on it. It's fucking great, dude.
Apparently, I learned about this from a new Rockstars video. Apparently, there's a short story somewhere on the internet that retells the entire movie from the perspective of the monster.
Oh.
Ooh, I have to read that.
Same here.
Yeah.
Send me that shit.
I will have to find it, but if I do, I will.
Yeah.
All right, only 4 seconds on the clock. I'm canceling it.
It's good.
All right.
That's
It's
half
great.
the wheel, fellas.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but we still haven't reached an hour yet, so I'm ready. I'm gonna keep going,
We
man.
go like another. I'm fine if we go a bit overtime.
Yeah.
I'm fine if we go into overtime too, man.
Keep the
It's
ball
fine.
rolling, man, yeah.
All right, let's
Okay.
keep it going.
Let's remove the thing. The thing on my inner thigh. Sorry. My bad. Okay, let's see. Spin. Hey, we finally got me. All right.
Hey.
This is my pick, and it is it. Yeah, so... Yeah.
So just to clarify, which one are you talking about? Are you talking the 1990 version or the more current 2017 version?
I should have specified. Yeah, no, I'm talking about the modern it.
Gotcha.
Because I haven't seen the one in the 80s. So I did see it. I've seen it in its entirety. I saw it with my mom and my brothers. And I don't know why my mom thought she would want to see a horror movie, but here we are. But she didn't like it. But for me, I thought it was really cool. I love the whole concept of this spirit that comes in every, 30 years and it like devours children. and then shape shifts and like takes different forms to like, different scare tactics. And it is a great example of like one of those movies that kind of their parents or like the authorities. And there's this killer clown and he's got like children's souls and he's got them all back in this haunted house in the basement. And they're like, yeah, likely story, kid. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So honestly, I have no idea how the fuck they managed to get rid of him because they're a group of children. But besides that, I thought it was a really good modern horror movie. I thought it was, I thought it was a really solid choice, a really solid addition to the wheel, is what I would say.
Good shit. Good shit.
I
remember when the sequel was coming out, a lot of people were campaigning for Pennywise to be added to Smash Brothers. Or not, no, fucking Mortal Kombat, not Smash Brothers, Jesus Christ.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, they were going to add it to Mortal Kombat.
There was people campaigning for them to do so.
Okay, so any other thoughts?
There was a rumor he was going to get added to Multiverses before Warner took that game behind the shed and shot it.
No, that game had so much potential.
I'm so upset with the way that game turned out.
Bro, they had Samurai, I think they added Samurai Jack.
They added Samurai Jack. And you know what
I bet you they would have.
Two characters were fucking Aquaman and Lola Bunny. They had Godzilla ready to go, dog. They had all of these great characters ready to go, and they were getting shut down anyway. And even the game director was just like, "Nope, these are the characters." What? Are you serious? I don't want to get into this rant, but Multiverses. I miss you. Come back to me, baby girl.
I know, and Aiden, I think they were eventually going to add Ben 10, maybe. For the people who don't know, Aiden is a humongous big Ben 10 fan.
I am.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to, the timer stopped like a minute ago. I'm going to go respin. I wanted to hear Aiden's thought about Multiverses because it was a good series.
Miss it dearly.
Okay, spin.
What do we got?
Hey.
All right, Trevor, go again.
Okay, I guess I'm going again. I'm gonna be honest, fellas. I have not seen a Friday the 13th movies in its entirety before. However, I do know what they're about, and I know like the lore. I know a bit of the lore. So and please correct me if I'm wrong, but Jason was murdered at like camp. He was murdered at this camp like called Camp Crystal.
He wasn't murdered. He drowned.
He drowned at Camp Crystal Lake.
Okay, so he drowned at Camp Crystal Lake, and by some force of nature, he got revived in that lake, and he came back for blood. And inside his head, he like hears his mother, and his mother tells him to kill people.
And in fact, the sound of the that supposed to be his mother whispering in his ear.
Oh, I didn't know that. And for some reason, he always ends up trying to kill someone when they're trying to smash.
Every time.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's really against sex for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just kind of salty about it. I don't know. It's always like, all right, let me take my pants off. Boosh! And then he just, I don't know.
And he just get fucking eviscerated or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this dude was getting some action, and she got fucking skewered right while she was on him. So, yes.
Jason is not for premarital sex.
Lame.
Get with the times, Jason.
Besides that, that's kind of what I know. And then there's like obscure movies like Jason in Space, and then like other
Jason X.
Jason X, yeah. Sorry, I was getting mixed between Markiplier in Space and Jason X. So, yeah, anybody else want to add to that?
I got nothing.
He fought Freddy Krueger.
I've seen the vast majority of like classical films, right? I've seen like 90% of them. This is one of the few ones I actually have not seen. So, I don't know why. I just heard from a lot of people, like hardcore horror fans, that if you're not really, like if you're, like it's not one to really go after if you're like a hardcore horror fan because it hasn't aged very well. So I kind of just blew it to the side. But I'll watch it eventually.
Yeah, same here. It's like one of those things that like you haven't seen. It's like a pop culture icon. Like every time on the calendar, it's like coincidentally a Friday, and it's also on the 13th. Everybody's like, ah! Like,
Yeah, I've seen every classic slasher film except for this one. So I just never got around to it for some reason.
Better get on.
Did that was Friday the 13th always a thing, or was it like the what
I think
came
it started because of the movie.
what came first, the egg or the chicken? Like, you know, I don't. But it was the movie.
The sperm.
I agree.
Thank you.
All right, so the time was up. I'm gonna remove it from the wheel. And like how? So you want to do one more and then we can wrap it up, or
Let me just plow through all 4 of these.
okay, fuck
Yeah,
it,
might as well, right?
might as well. We only have 4 left.
For the record,
Yeah.
Friday the 13th had been previously perceived as unlucky already, but the movie just gave another reason,
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Okay, so it was like so it was like an old wives' tale.
more or less, yeah.
All right, so Trevor, your options are null and void now. So now all we got left are me and Cooper's options.
The
Yeah,
two filmmakers, the 2 filmmakers options left.
Yeah, yes,
kind of make
sir.
me hungry. It looks like peanut butter and jelly.
I've seen all of these movies except for Final Destination, which is another one that I heard. I don't know, I just heard that if you're a big movie buff, you don't really have to watch those, but
We'll get there in a second.
we'll get
Okay,
it.
okay, let's spin. Ooh.
Well, what do you know?
Yeah, what a coincidence. All right, Final Destination, Logan's pick.
All right, so thank you. All right, so these movies, I haven't watched all of them, but I've been binging them lately. I've watched the first 3 so far. I've been binging them all for the past like week. Y'all have seen my reviews in the Discord channel.
I haven't because my phone's still broken.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah, that's right.
let me pull that up, actually. You go ahead.
But yeah, so basically these movies all follow like the same kind of formula at this point. There's this event, right? And somebody has a premonition about shit going wrong during said event, right? Whether it be, you know, a plane crash or a, you know, roller coaster accident or a highway accident, something like that. They have a premonition about a lot of people dying from something like that, and they stop it. And, you know, in stopping that, they fuck up Death's whole plan because those people were supposed to die, but they didn't. And from there, Death basically tries to, you know, correct this plan and get back at these people by killing them off in all these really fucked up and overly elaborate and really just unfortunate ways, you know? And when I say unfortunate, I mean they're really unfortunate. Like, basically, each death is like its own, like, Rube Goldberg kind of machine, but for, you know, death.
Yeah.
But
I actually found your review, Logan, if you don't mind me reading it. out
which one?
loud.
Which one? There's like several.
I just watched Final Destination 2001.
All right, yeah, go for the first one, yeah.
Okay, this was a fun one. It's a really solid horror movie. The deaths are pretty good and honestly kind of unexpected in some bits. It's a perfectly cheesy early 2000s movie, and it's something you can switch your brain off and dread whenever something comes next. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, so it definitely gets better with each movie so far. The first movie was just all right. Like, I feel like it definitely took itself a little too seriously. So that's why I bumped it down from the original 7 down to 6. But the second one, it's a lot more fun. It's a lot more, you know, a lot less serious and shit.
I was reading the first one.
It kind of plays into the whole absurdity with all these deaths and why these people are dying in these ways. But the third one is probably my favorite one so far. It has one of my favorite deaths in the entire series. Which do you mind if we go into that real quick?
Yeah, sure. You can read it real quick, and yeah,
Great,
let me go try to find it. Actually,
yeah.
let me try to find
Oh
it.
no, I'm talking about one of the deaths in the movies
Oh, yeah, no. Oh yeah, go ahead. I don't care if you spoil it.
But yeah. So basically, one of the deaths is in the third movie is these 2 girls in tanning beds, right?
Well, I know about this.
Yeah, you know where I'm going, right? So these 2 girls in tanning beds, right? And you know, some shit gets shorted out with the little heating system, so it keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter until eventually they just like burn to death in these tanning beds.
Oh my god.
Yeah, real gruesome shit. But what makes this my favorite death in the whole franchise is there's this above shot with these 2 tanning beds as these girls are like burning and shit. And there's this match cut to these 2 coffins in the exact same position as these beds right after it. It is so dirty and I fucking love it. It is so good.
Oh my god.
It is so good, bro.
That is fucked, but so good at the same time.
Right? Yeah. But it's great, man. I gotta watch the rest of the movies, and I also gotta watch Bloodlines, which just came out. I've heard a lot of really surprising things about that one.
I've heard
like,
Bloodlines is great.
Yeah, like, unexpectedly great. Like, I'm really looking forward to seeing that one once I watch the rest of the movies. But yeah, like Final Destination, they are cheesy. Like, it's not like, you know, world-class cinema, like, by any stretch of the imagination, but, like, it's fun, man. You know, it's
All right,
fun.
I'm gonna give it a spin.
All right, yeah. On to the next one. What we got?
We'll see. Boom.
All right, this is my last pick.
Yep.
And it's gonna be Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Right.
God, I have some words about this movie.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So, wait, who's going first?
I can go.
Let Aiden go first because
Yeah, for sure,
Logan
for
had a big old spiel. So
Yeah, for sure. Go for it, bro.
So, my friends and I will sometimes go on VR and watch movies together.
Okay.
And this one time, they said, let's watch Hereditary. Without letting me know what was going on. Like, if they were just like, by the way, Aiden, this is a horror movie, you know, like, just so you know. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is just slow. No, this is boring. Nothing is happening. Like, I was just totally not into it. And then the bad shit started happening. And then I was uncomfortable. And that was it. It was just discomfort porn. That's all that movie is. It's just that movie making you feel uncomfortable for like an hour. And honestly, it's very well made. I understand why people love it. I understand why it's considered as such a good movie, but I hated every second I was in that VR headset, man.
so it's okay. So this is like more recent. This is like 2018.
Yeah. So this movie is a 2018 movie directed by Ari Aster. And I love this horror movie. I think it's great. One of my favorite horror movies. But damn, is it hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mainly, they portray grief in such a very realistic way that it's very discomforting to watch it. Especially since I went through some grief recently, but I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just very discomforting and just very hard to watch. But damn, is it well put together. Like, it's very much a slow burn, and the acting is incredible.
Acting's great.
Like, and it's easily one of the most disturbing movies I've ever seen. Like, it is not an easy thing at all to make me feel like disturbed or anything like that. I want to say the first time I watched that movie a couple years back, that shit stuck with me for months. It fucked me up for a good minute.
Yeah, I didn't watch the full movie. I only watched like the first half of it. Like, and I still couldn't get over it.
Yeah,
I that movie fucked me up, and I didn't even finish it.
Yeah, man. Like,
This is actually really well received. I mean, it's got 90 on Rotten Tomatoes and
Yeah,
and
because,
a 7.3 on IMDb.
The type of people who like these types of horror movies went to go see it and reviewed it very well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I watched this when I actually shortly after it came out. So I was like 14.
Jesus, man.
And I loved it. I thought just the way they put it together, I thought the cinematography, the directing, the acting, all of it was really good. It had some pacing issues early on, but honestly, the pacing is kind of what saved it later for me because it's so slow and it lets you take in everything. Again, I'm like you, Logan. I don't get disturbed by really a lot of movies at all. As a matter of fact, I love very gory, violent films. I really enjoy them. But this is one of the few ones that made me feel uncomfortable, and I really admire it for that. I think the ending is fantastic. The ending is so good. I love Hereditary.
Man, if that makes you feel queasy, I'm 100% not gonna watch it.
It's weird because it's not even a very violent movie. It's just...
There are just some very violent moments.
I'm just not big. I'm not big on the whole horror movie genre, and it's I get that's like that some people love it because of the symbolism in it and like it just gets real, and I think people kind of like appreciate it for that. But like, just I'm like, fuck.
This
just
is
because
a very artsy movie.
When I see in a horror movie, when I see someone in a horror movie, when I see someone get stabbed in the gut and they twist the knife, I fucking feel that, and it's just
yeah. I'm very empathetic as well. I understand what you're talking about. Like, I cherry pick my horror movies.
I think Logan and I are the only ones that don't get bothered by violence in movies.
It
I don't get
depends.
bothered by violence. I just get bothered by a particular amount
yes.
of
No,
violence.
I've
I'm
got
not
like
really
a
bothered by
limit.
it, but
Like I've got like a violence limit. Like I can watch like I don't know. I can watch like tons of like I can watch Django Unchained and I'm completely fine. But like I don't know. But if like they go really into detail, like the guts and shit and it's like flying everywhere, it's like if it gets too real, I feel like it's like, ooh.
What really gets me is just broken bones. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
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 I guess I'm just fucked up in the head. I like movie violence. I like
Hey,
gore.
we're all a little fucked up.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
All
right.
right, last two.
Last
All
two,
right.
we're spinning.
And
So
these
much
are
for
both
the part
Cooper.
2 idea.
Oh shit! Here we go.
All right.
All
this is
right.
this is a very good one.
Classic.
Again, this is one of my favorite films of all time.
Okay, for the audio listeners, this is Cooper's pick, and it's Alien.
Yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite films. This was another movie I watched as a kid, and I loved it. I guess since we're going on the themes of me liking gory movies, I guess I liked really fucked up movies at a young age, so this has always been a thing. But yeah, this is a bloody sci-fi horror film I watched as a kid, and I instantly fell in love because I love the gore effects and all that. As I stated, I love gore, but I also love the storytelling here. This is a movie that really takes its time with its characters, and it really, really builds up the lore and the world that they're making for this film. I love the look of it. The look of Alien is something people have tried to replicate, and they've never really been able to do. And on top of that, this is a film that does jump scares really well. Like, I watched The Conjuring recently, and that's a good example of this. The way to do jump scares is you build the tension up, but you don't just let it die after the jump scare. You let it keep going, and Alien does that great. Whenever a jump scare happens in this film, it's like, shit, and it keeps building and building, and I love that. The artistry behind this film is great. I love it. I don't really have any flaws with it. Again, I think it's wonderful.
I think what makes a good jump scare is like where it's like it's an intense moment and then it kind of like goes quiet and then it's just kind of like tense. It's quiet. You're like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, and then all of a sudden it just goes, and then you're like, oh, like it's
That's Alien does that really well. The last 20 minutes of this movie is just nonstop tension until like the credits roll. It's great. Am I the only one here who's seen this?
I have not seen Alien.
Here's the thing. I didn't watch the movie, but I watched a in-depth film breakdown of the movie.
Man, but you gotta watch the movie.
I have seen the movie. It's just been a minute.
Okay. I like Alien's great. I love it. Anyone else have anything else to say? Because I've said everything. It's a 10. It's one of my favorites. It's a 10.
I got nothing.
All right.
It's the movie that gave Sigourney Weaver her start.
All right.
It is.
Should I even
She's
bother
Ghostbusters.
spinning?
I want to spin it just to see what happens.
Fine.
There's
You
only
get
one
to see
option
the
left.
name The Substance spin around in an orange circle for a few
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fine. All right. Here we go. Can I spin it? There it goes.
There it goes.
I wonder what it's
I
gonna
wonder
be.
what we get to talk about next.
Wow, it's The Substance.
Wow.
Who would have
Yes.
thunk?
Shocker. Okay, this is Cooper's pick, The Substance.
Did
Okay.
anyone else watch this film?
I haven't been able to find it
actually
anywhere.
know literally nothing about this movie.
I know nothing either.
I've wanted to watch it so badly, I just haven't been able to access it anywhere.
So this film, it's a body horror film like The Thing, but it has
God.
it's a social commentary about the like fashion industry and TV industry and aging in that industry and what it's like for women in that. There's a lot of nudity and gore in this movie. And let me tell you, this movie is probably the hardest I've laughed in a long time because it is also at its core a really disgusting dark comedy.
Oh my god. Okay, so this is like super recent. This came out in
was last year.
2024.
This was my
Last
favorite.
year.
This
Holy
was my
fuck.
favorite film of last year. It mixes gory horror, social commentary, and dark comedy, as well as just great character work so well. It also looks so good. The cinematography and production design, the lighting in this thing is just insane. The soundtrack and sound design too is like top tier. It really keeps you invested. The only like flaw I had with this movie is it is a little long. It's almost 2.5 hours, and there are some portions where you are like, okay, this could have been trimmed down a little. But man, was this a really entertaining experience. I'm not going to spoil it since it's new. There is a scene at the end, the climax of the film. It is so disgusting, but they play it for comedy, and it works so well. But it's something that only like hardcore horror fans or like gore hounds will laugh at, and I was the only one in the theater cackling at this.
Of course
Everyone
you were,
else,
Cooper. Of course you were.
everyone else in the theater was so disturbed, but I was like, this is really entertaining.
I bet you cackling didn't exactly help.
No, but I mean,
It's this one, sir.
it's a film that it plays a lot of this stuff for dark comedy, and I think if you go in knowing that, you're going to get a lot of laughs out of it. I think a lot of people in the theater did not really expect the social commentary or the dark comedy aspects. I think they just wanted a traditional horror film with a lot of gore. I don't think they were expecting them to play a lot of the violence and the social commentary for laughs, but they do, and it works really well. So yeah, I love The Substance. It's a little hard to find right now. It's on Mubi. It's available to rent in a few places, and it's on disc. So yeah, I would recommend it. It's my favorite film of last year and one of my favorites of the decade so far.
Yeah, and I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I'm so pissed that I haven't been able to watch it yet because I really want to. I love horror movies, and I've just been having such a hard time trying to find it somewhere, either on disc or like,
You can buy it at Walmart.
somewhere, right?
You can buy it at Walmart.
I've looked there. I looked at the one I live by, and nothing.
I found Nosferatu at Walmart.
I own Nosferatu.
I found Raccoon City at Walmart.
I think I might look tonight because I really want to watch it because it looks so good.
It's great.
Thank you so much for listening to the Belligerent Bastards podcast. Yeah, so we are
Cue
on...
theme music.
Yeah, I gotta... Fuck. Okay, no, we're good. So, yeah, it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And so, yeah, be sure to follow and also subscribe. And on YouTube, hit that notification bell so you can get the newest updates on the newest episodes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, Cooper, you want to say the special phrase?
I don't remember the special phrase.
You don't remember the special phrase?
It's been a minute since he's been here.
Okay, well, Aidan, you say the special phrase.
All right.
Bastards out.